Hey guys, Dean from Sliplow back again. Now, I want to show you our new version 2 pre-cut kit for the G Wagon running boards. That we have a Blackout kit. We used to do these in a 2-piece kit, and now from popular requests, we're actually doing it in 1-piece. The good thing about the 1-piece is it gives you both options to either do it in 1-piece or actually trim it yourself and make it into a 2-piece kit. The benefit of the 2-piece kit is it makes it easier for installation, but the 1-piece kit looks like one continuous piece and it just looks better. So this is why we are doing a 1-piece kit and giving that option to do a 2-piece if you like to you. And the only things you're gonna need here right now is going to be rubbing alcohol, a microfiber towel for cleaning with the rubbing alcohol, and the tools that we supplied, which is the running board kit and the squeegee that comes along with it. All right guys, next we're going to show you how to actually remove the plastic covers on the running board so you could actually tuck in the kit if you really wanted to. First thing you want to do is put some rubbing alcohol on the towel and clean very well. This is a very important step. You know, you want to, even though this car has been washed, you can still see there's some dirt. So you want to get all the details one by one. Try to get in between the rubber. And get it all nice and clean. You should spend a good 5 minutes on this part just to rub as much as you can. You know, your towel should, even though this is a wash car, we just literally washed this car, but there's a lot of dirt between the rubber, and this is a very important step not to skip or try to process real quickly through. Now the good thing is this material is very thick, it's very forgiving, and it won't show a lot of the imperfections underneath. But it's nice to have it sit on a flat surface instead of on any dirt. Okay. To loosen up the front, there's this clip right here, and all you need is this tool. And then there's 2 under. There's 1 here. This is for the front. And then 1 here. And all you do is you put this in here. And you just pull, super easy. You can put all 3 of them out, super easy again. There you go. Clip, this holds it, and then there's 2 other ones down below that we just want to pop out real quick, and this is how easy it is. You can see. That's it. And they could be pushed back in. There's 1 more down here. You got it? See that? That's another clip. And you can see how much looser it is already, and that's all we need. We don't really need to remove it. We just need it loosened. See that? Let's process the next step. So now that we have the parts clean, the running board clean, this are the panels for each piece. You can see everything is labeled, and we're gonna look at H, G, F, and E. These extra pieces are really meant for the 4x4s, the extra pieces because we were getting a lot of requests for the 4x4s. But on the G63s, these are gonna be the pieces. You're gonna need 4 on each side. Obviously it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side here. So there's the X. See as I put it on the ground. The X is for the 4x4s, so we won't need these on the regular G63s. Put that aside. Next, Now here's A. This A could, realistically, these could be worked on both sides, but A is really meant for the passenger side, top portion closest to the door piece, and then you could kind of see I'm going to go ahead and take this whole piece off, and it could easily go underneath to make it look better. See, I did a little stretch on it to make it actually adapt real quick, and that's it. You see how easy that was? Here we have one piece. Now here, let's say I'm off, like I am here. You could realign easily, and then boom. So fresh and so clean, easily done. Let's say you got any chrome showing, which you really don't need to because it is a little oversized. You could always lift up right on the edge. Reposition. This stuff you could actually stretch out a little bit too in case you wanted to. And then boom, you see that? It's perfect, easy one piece, done in just a few minutes. Really the longest part is the preparation, which we recommend actually spending 5 to 10 minutes just to clean the surface area after a car wash. Next, we're gonna do the second piece, same thing. Notice the first video that we did this was in 2 pieces, so removal of this was very easy. Part of the reason we did it in 2 pieces was to make it as easy as possible, but this is actually quite easy itself. See, the good thing is I could position this as I please. And then you notice it's a little short always because you're gonna end up stretching this material during application. So the important thing is to really align here at the beginning so it doesn't show any chrome. And again, I got one side loose already. So this allows me to go underneath and tack. And then once I have this side loose and ready to go, you just align, and then I don't see any chrome showing. As you notice, this material is a little thicker than the actual chrome piece. Part of the reason is these rubber pieces are always moving depending on, and then this allows it with less, us making this wider makes it a little bit easier for installation as well. So here we are, already halfway through. And what I want to do is go ahead and put it down as a whole piece. Make sure I have enough black for the end of it. So in case you don't want to put this end down yet, if you put the end down, it makes it a little bit more difficult to lift up. So you want to make sure you have enough pulled up where even, let's say, this is exactly why you don't want to tack it down just yet. You can see there's a little silver showing there. So here we are trying to reposition, very easy. And now we could, at the end of it, we could end up pushing this, push that area down. Once we got it aligned perfectly, we go ahead and just rub our fingers on it. We could use our squeegee that was supplied in there as well. And we could see, That's what the squeegee is good for. You want to use the side with the felt. Perfect. Now we're going to the third piece. Now this big one, is labeled as C. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and remove C now. Again, me having this a little loose, you notice it's not fully off, but just loose. This allows me to actually go underneath it and remove, and loosening that piece up is really, really easy, which we'll show in the process. So the best thing to do is just align really nicely on top here. Because once you align the top, then you should definitely have enough space for the bottom. You don't want to go too overboard on the rubber. And once you get here, you can go ahead and do your stretch like I said. Do a little lift. The more space you have, here we are. Use the squeegee again. Kind of go over everything. So you can see I have a little chrome showing here. That's the difference between loosening this or not. Now let's look at the last piece. This is the skinny piece. This goes for the bottom. This is letter D. Again, the important part is that there's no chrome showing on top on this one. The one right above was no chrome showing on the bottom. And this one's going to be the top because it'll show itself. Again, I just want to align it, put it here, and then I'm going to reposition it. Once I have the whole thing on, here we go. It's nice to have a little mat.
can see, this is the part you want to make sure there's no chrome showing. And on this one, you don't want any chrome showing down below, because from when it's a sunny day, you kind of see a little bit of that chrome just bouncing off of it. Again, we want to make sure that we have enough to go underneath. And once we have that top, we could actually go ahead and actually go and squeeze down from here. Now, if this is loose, we have this extra space to actually tuck this in. Now, this is a little dirty. This is exactly why it's nice to have it nice and clean before, so no dirt and debris get in. So now look at that extra space that we could work with and really stretch this material without it having to go on top of the plastic. Now we do that. And then now we could go over it just like that. Now I don't have to worry about seeing this, because once I clip it in, it's gonna sit here. And you see how it's not sitting on top anymore. That's the benefit of removing the plastic sides. See so much more space that you have to work with in case you want to loosen these up, and they take such low time that it's worth it to remove it, or to loosen it, I should say. Because now I could go underneath on all the stuff I didn't with a little stretch, and now everything's underneath. So even this one that was sitting on top, push that in, and now you want to make sure, if you want to put them back in, you just make sure that this is loose so it fits nicely, and then you squeeze in. You want to do that for all of them. And see, voila. Now you have your running boards blacked out. Look over it. You can go over it with the heat if you like. The heat makes it tack down. Here's the final results. So much better than the chrome.